Yo, what up? Yo, what up? This preview season has been a little weird for Attack on Titan on this channel in particular because they are doing previews like they've never done before. And so it's been a little wonky about how I have been previewing stuff. We've been talking about new mechanics, the new rules that are introduced in the game, the new card type, the Blitz keyword, or the Blitz ability. It's not a keyword, but the Blitz ability. And we haven't really sat down and really looked at cards altogether. And so I want to change that. And so what we're going to be doing today is at this point, we have about two-thirds of the set, roughly two-thirds of the set previewed. And this is on UVS Ultra, as well as previewed via an exclusive link that UVS Games has sent me. So, hey, big shout out to UVS Games. And they have sent everybody, and I'm going to use these quotes, an exclusive ultra rare for everybody to preview as well. Make sure you check out all of the other content creators out there as well to go see if they have any other exclusive ultra rares, never before seen ultra rares, just like me, so that we can spread the love and do what we got to do. So, without further ado, let's get rocking. I'm gonna click this button, and we're gonna do some Attack on Titan Battle for Humanity exclusive previews. So here's the way they're gonna do. We got about 200 cards in the set. We're gonna go in set order, and then I'm gonna show you my exclusive preview, and then we're gonna do the character tier list. First and foremost, we have Strategic Maneuver. 1 second, putting up my poll. I click this button, and then, hey, look at that. It's Strategic Maneuver. Now we're going over literally every card in the set. Every card that's previewed and is out. This is an air-attuned action, meaning it can be in any air deck. It's a 0/4 2-mid block. 4 remove, choose an asset in your discard pile. If that card's printed difficulty is 2 or less, you can discard a card. If you do, build the chosen card. Otherwise, add the chosen card to your hand. So it's a 0/4 with a 2-mid block that you can play this and pick up an asset, or discard a card to just build the asset for free. I think that this card is crazy. I think this card's actually insane. Let's talk about the defensive ability first, because that's like the tip of the iceberg stuff. So it's a 2-mid block, which feels great. Or I can play this 0 difficulty action on my turn or your turn. Or I guess I played on my turn, and because it's a form, and I can go pick up whatever block zone that I need for my rival's next turn. I got a good low block. I'll go pick up my low block. Or more offensively, hey, I will play Strategic Maneuver, discard this card that doesn't matter. I will build whatever asset I want out of my discard pile, 2 or less, right? I'll go build whatever asset. It feels kind of crazy. It feels kind of crazy just to have that toolbox thing. I don't know if this is a 4 of, but if your deck is built around assets and you have the air attune symbol, run it. There's no reason not to. There's no reason not to run this card. We'll move on to Gas Propellant. And again, I don't know which of these cards are new or which ones aren't. I just slammed them all in the presentation in order. So if you see something that's new, shout it out, right? Gas Propellant is a 2/5 mid block, air attuned. All of these are air tunes. I'm gonna stop saying that. Enhance, sacrifice this asset. Your attacks this turn get +1 speed. Your rival's attacks this turn get -1 speed. That's pretty good, right? On offense, hey, all my stuff's a little quicker. On defense, all your stuff's a little slower. I think it's an incredible asset. It's very, very strong. Really good to potentially, I don't know, build in for free. And then Response Commit, spin momentum. After you play a card with a breaker ability, its breaker rating gets +2, which I think is the really big point of this card. Hey, I will breaker 1 you. Actually, I spend a momentum, it was breaker 3. Stop your turn. We have a secret rare from the Girl Power set. That says breaker 3, and it's a secret rare. This turns every breaker into as good as that secret rare. I think breaker 3 is so good. Breaker 3 once per turn is enough to just end somebody's turn. It's incredible. But then hey, I'm gonna go for a game. I'm gonna play 4 or 5 moves, and they all have +1 speed. It's great for gas propellant. Or hey, I need to really survive this turn so I can backswing you. -1 speed everything is like this card is primo, and it is a huge boon to the air symbol as a whole. I'm very excited for it. Next we have Up Barrage. It is a 2 difficulty, 3 check, 3 high for 1, 2 high block. Blitz. This attack gets 1 damage for each attack with printed difficulty 3 or less in your card pool. I am so unbelievably nervous. I'm so unbelievably nervous for low difficulty attacks. And this card gets absolutely massive because you have low difficulty attacks. Imagine this being the 4th card in your card pool and it just getting, I don't know, +4 damage for free. It's a 2 difficulty. It's a 2 difficulty, 3 high for whatever. This is just Tongue Tank for him? No, Wub. It's way better than Tongue Tank because this card says, I wish it was printed 3 damage. You're crazy. You're crazy. This card is not allowed to be printed. This card should be a -1 damage move. This card's nuts. This card's so crazy. I'm so nervous about these low difficulty attacks. So scary, dude. So scary. Yeah, I mean, this attack just like gets like if you have any amount of progressive difficulty ignoring or hack or check buffs or whatever to like string these out huge. Like these cards are gonna get like +6, +7 damage, right? Or like my next attack is gonna get stats. Like the fact that like it's a 2 diff is like so unfair. It's crazy. It's silly. Up next, we've got Levi's Overhead Strike, 5/3, 2 low block, 5 low for 5. Just good stats. If Rivals lost health this turn, it gets -1 difficulty. Incredible as like a follow-up, right? So the idea is it's the second move that we play, and the first one dealt damage. So it's a 4 diff, 5 low for 5. Just being a 4 diff, 5 low for 5 is great, right? And then after this attack deals damage, clear one other card from your card pool. This card is just like so much lubricant for your attack turn that it is baffling. This card easily is a 2 if not 3 of in most of these air decks, right? Air weapons, like this card easily could be a 4 of, right? Just a 4 diff, 5 low for 5, just all by its lonesome. That says after it deals damage, clear a different one from the card pool is so good, right? Yeah, I think this card is really strong, especially if like there's any amount of way to put this all by its lonesome, right? Overhead Strike is like not that beautiful, right? If I draw Overhead Strike and like nothing else, but like this is a combo attack combo. It wants to be played with like other things. You find a grip of cards like this, not having to use your other ones. Mini Walk the Dog. Yeah, I like that, Daniel. That's a cool way to look at it. Yeah, I think this card's very strong. I'm into it. I'm into this uncommon. Speaking of combos, we've got Maintain Distance. I think this art looks really good, guys. This art looks really good. Hey, a 3 diff. It's a 3/3 high for 4 combos with a 3 diff. Charge and weapon. Boy howdy, an air charge weapon. Who needs those? That combos with a 3 diff? Combo Blitz. Very cool to see this keyword. During this attack, your rival's enhance abilities have an additional cost of commit 1 foundation. Man. This is just the Ida response, right? On an attack. This is just an Ida response on the attack. This is a bit of a weak card stats wise, but it is a 3 diff, right? So if you can find any stat pump to be put on, if you can find any stat pump to be put on Maintain Distance, I think this card's gonna go crazy and be a finisher. And that's the thing, is this card just needs a stat pump to finish it off. Yeah, this card's cool. Mikasa's Unrelenting Assault. It can come with a 3-diff foundation. That is cool, Jace. I like that a lot. 3-diff. 3 check. 3 low for 3. 3 low for 0 with a 0 low block. Another charge weapon. This deck is X damage. X equals the printed speed of the attack preceding this attack in your card pool, max 5. So if you just have this guy in your card pool as the second move, this thing is just a 3-diff, 3 low for 5, just for free, just for playing it with a 0 low, or with a 1 low block. Low zone is gonna be a little crazy, right? Like this low was nuts. This low is nuts. I don't know if this is like the absolute nuttiest card, right? Like I still think that the get plus damage for each of my 3 or lesses is better than this card, but as a 3-diff, 3 low for 5, like if you're just like looking for solid low block slots, this is not bad. Even a 3-diff, 3 low for 3, like it's not terrible as long as the rest of your deck can do something about it, you know? Up next, we'll look at every attack so far has blocked its own zone. Yes, Daniel, I think that is a theme for this set, and I wonder what that means in the future. 6, 3, 0, or 7 mid for 6 with a 2 mid block Fury weapon. If this is the only attack in your card pool, your rival adds 1 foundation from their stage to their hand, period. This deck gets +1 damage for each card in your rival's hand. I think this card is messed up. I think this card is actually one of the most annoying, lame cards in the that has been previewed so far. I think this card is so annoying. All I want to do is, and we haven't gotten to the characters yet, all I want to do is play Levi with this and go provisional advantage, blitz, enhance commit Levi, abort this attack, play provisional advantage, make you lift. I just want to debuild your foundation twice every turn. That's so annoying, guys. That's so, and then it's a 7 mid for 7, and 8 mid, 7 mid for 7 minimum, 8 mid for 8, just like by doing the thing. I'm gonna commit my 1 for you to debuild 2. This card is really annoying if it is a build around of your deck. Super lame, super lame. You're gonna do that, check a 3 and end your turn. No, the thing is like I will do that twice, bounce 2 cards up, bounce 2 foundations up to your hand, and then build out and go, I don't actually care if it ended my turn. I don't actually care if it ended my turn. I think it's really good in Levi. I don't know about anywhere else. I mean, it's got his big dumb face on it, right? Like I think this is a pretty neat Levi card. It's big, right? It's a big move. Relentless Onslaught. 4-3, 1 low block, 4 low for 4. Blitz. If you have 3 or more attacks in your card pool, add an attack with printed difficulty 3 from your card pool to your hand. So this card is scary. This card's scary. Just being able to like pick up these silly attacks, right? Of just like, hey, this one was a move, and then now I play Relentless Onslaught. Now I have an extra move, and they're all at this like low zone. Like being able to loop attacks from your card pool is like a really scary spot to be in, especially with like add a printed 3 from my. It's so low difficulty, right? Like if this is like I play. We'll just say like the line is I play a 3 diff on a 3 on a 4. This would be on a 6. I check a 5, commit 1. Relentless Onslaught Blitz. I have 3 or more attacks in my card pool. I lift my 3 diff. I now play it again. It's on a 5. So this is on a 3, on a 4, on a 6, on a 5. I played 4 attacks and committed 1 foundation. Seems scary. Again, this idea of the 3 difficulty attack strings, they just need to find damage outside of their own cards. As soon as they can find damage outside of their own cards, we're off to the races. Seize the opportunity. 4/3. Everybody says add Cage of Hell. That card is bad. It is not coaster status. Seize the opportunity. 4/3. 2 high block, 4 high for 3. Charge weapon. Blitz. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal 1 attack with a difficulty 3 or less from among them and add it to your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in a random order. So this is just look at the top 3. I play my move, look at the top 3, add an attack that they don't get to see because it's look, not reveal. I look, it does say reveal this attack and then put it in your hand. Again, right, the idea of like these low difficulty swings, we just have to find more stats for them. We just got to find more stats. Which like maybe like the idea of Levi playing these and they all get +1/+1 like might just be good enough, right? Like this being a 5 high for 4 that adds another move to our hand. That is 45% power levels of good, right? Like that's acceptable. I love more successful sales pitch. Yeah, it's more successful as well as like it's an attack that does it. Sales pitch is just a foundation. Up next we have Swift Execution. 5/3, 4 high for 6 with a 1 high block. Deadlock EX4 weapon. Response after this attack deals damage to a backup. Add this attack to your momentum and draw a card. So I hit your backup. This one instantly leaves my card pool, and I get to instantly replace it. Swift Execution, incredible in a sideboard. It's got a hefty 6 damage to take care of problem backups. I like this card. I don't know if it necessarily needs to be in the main board, but as an air-attuned character, I think playing 2 of it in the sideboard at minimum like makes sense to me, right? If my opponent is like playing a backup heavy deck, right? If the Beast Titan is like a real character, which we'll talk about at the end. Beast Titan's a real character, then we're in, right? How legal can we make backups? I think this is just like, how can we make backups fair? It's possible that like backups, like just are very good, right? Looks like you guys don't want to do the poll, and that's okay. Whirling Slash, 4/3, 2 high. It is a 3 high for 5 with a 2 high block weapon. Blitz Commit up to 3 foundations. This deck and your next deck gets 1 speed for each foundation committed this way, period. So like this one gets 3, the next one gets 3 on a 4 diff. So it's a 4 diff, 6 high for 5 as long as you have the foundations to commit. If you committed at least 1 foundation this way, draw a card. Okay. And then if you committed 3 foundations this way, your next air attack gets a -3 difficulty. So I like the if you committed 3 foundations, your next air attack this turn gets -3 difficulty. It helps you pay for. I think that this card is really crazy because it helps you pay for these expensive Titan attacks and makes them faster, and you get to redraw a card. Right, you were already going to commit those foundations anyways, so why not get the added bonus of my Titan attack is going to get big afterwards? I really like Whirling Slash. I'm not positive IDK which Titan attacks have air but go off king. That's a good point. I mean, we'll have to see, right? I know that there's some surprises in here. Like, spoilers, there's an 8 diff death attack that isn't a Titan attack. Right? There's a bunch of infinity ones. So they don't have the air symbol, they have infinity, right? That ain't an air move. I just don't remember if there's a big one. There might be, right? There might be. I truly just don't remember. I don't know. I think paying for my big difficulty moves afterwards is very cool on Whirling Slash. But you got me there. I'm a numbskull. You Can't Catch Me is a 3/3, 2 mid for 4. Blitz. This deck gets +1 speed for each other weapon attack in your card pool, period. -3 dog. Hey, that makes sense. This deck gets a speed for each of the weapon attack in your card pool. This is fine. Again, I mean, it's cool that we get to have a bunch of weapon chargers under the air symbol now that 0-1 is gone. What this tells me, this deck gets 1 speed for each other weapon attack in your pool. I mean, again, these moves just need to hit a little harder because of the quality of things. But, like, this move is going to be unblockable whenever we get late in our string, right? As soon as I'm down to start committing foundations for it, I think it's going to be very good. Onto the foundations. Crossfade, thank you for the prime. I appreciate that, man. 29 months. Daring Confrontation. A 1/5, 2 low block. Deadlock Enhance. Commit. This deck gets +3 speed and +1 damage. I think this is a pretty okay. I think this is a pretty okay spotlight card. The Titan characters, as we will see, are asking you to have like 9+ foundations. So I think Deadlock is going to exist. I think that having a 1/5, 2 low block, my move gets big is not that bad of a card. This is certainly nothing to write home about. This is a fine 1/5, 2 low block common. It's fine. It's fine. Do I wish it said something else? Yeah, I do. FFDF, thank you for the prime, 11 months. Appreciate it. Effective Punishment. 3/6, 2 mid block, enhanced flip. If this is the first attack you play this turn, it gets +3 or +4 damage, excuse me. I mean, this is just a 3/6 that gets big, right? I don't love the words first attack. I think first attack really limits what this thing's got going on. But at the same time, whenever you look at Levi, like really making his first one be really impactful, and they have to deal with it, you play a second one, you lift that first one, you replay the first one again. I'm kind of down. As Ashley said, make it your throw gets +4 damage, which is fine. It's a fine idea. But I like the fact that, I mean, it's a 3/6, right? And I think that this number is going to be really important in the future, specifically with this set. Get in, get out. This card's crazy. 2/5, 2 mid block, unique. This card cannot be flipped by a rival effect. Form, sacrifice this foundation. If you have exactly 1 attack in your card pool, clear it, period. I'm just clearing this one. I will destroy this foundation to say this is good. The AR/UR foundations look like actions. They do. You have to make sure that you read this number here and /or look at the gray outline here. The gray outline will help you greatly. This card is a I'm going in for the win, or I have a second one of these in my hand. I am just trying to clear my progressive difficulty. I just want to make things 1 cheaper. This card is as good as the number of cards you will be playing on your turn. But I think this one's very good. Jean's Provoking Stubbornness, 2/5, 2 mid block. Response: after you play this card, clear it from your card pool. Your next attack gets +3 damage. I think this is one of my favorite things that the Attack on Titan set is doing, is they're making these like pseudo action foundations of I'm gonna play Provoking Stubbornness, and I'm gonna choose not to respond with it, and I'll just build it as a foundation, right? Or I will play Provoking Stubbornness and clear it from my card pool. And my next, I'm -1 hand size for my next one to get big. The other cool thing about this is this does say response after you play this card. You can block with it and clear it, and then your next attack gets +3 damage, which is very cool. It's very cool. It's very cool if you are in the retro format and playing a reversal. I'll block with Provoking Stubbornness, respond with Provoking Stubbornness. I'll clear it, and then I'll +3 on the reversal. And And also, as Flamestack said, it's a breaker clear, right? Of like, I play a move, it gets breaker blocked, especially with, we saw a card that says +2 to our breakers. And so I'll play Stubbornness, clear the breaker, it'll leave, and my next one's going to get bigger. It's very cool. Very awesome. Marco's Potential. It is a 3/5 2 mid block. Response flip: after one of your foundations is destroyed, clear one card from your card pool, period. If the foundation was destroyed by a rival effect, draw one card, period. Sacrificing a card destroys it. So, yeah, after I destroy a card, I clear a card from my card pool. And then if the foundation was destroyed by a rival effect, draw one card, period. Wowzers. So much card pool clearing in this deck. Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is, like, destroy one of your committed, lame duck committed face down foundations, like yourself, to flip and clear progressive. That's so incredible. That's so strong. Followed by, like, if they ruin me, I can clear a block as well as draw a bonus card. That's great. I'm a little nervous about the response flip aspect of this card, just because ruin does exist, and, like, we're gonna see characters who can ruin on our turn. So I'm very nervous about having face down ready foundations. But I mean, the potential for this card is pretty high, in my opinion. Up next, we have Reconsider. 2/5 3 low block. Response: have to play this card, clear from your card pool, and draw a card. If it's your turn, discard a card. I don't get the joke. It's potential. Marco's Potential. I mean, it's just another breaker, breaker ignore. I don't know. I don't have a word, right? It clears breaker. And then it's just like, after you play this card, the coolest thing about this card is on block, right? I block with it, and then I clear it and redraw a card to, like, replace its block. That's cool. That's neat. Good common. Good common. Short Skills. It's a 3/5 with a 2 mid block. While this card is ready in your stage, your attacks with printed difficulty of 3 or less get +1 damage. Hey guys, we found our free damage on our printed 3 difficulty moves. This is so neat. This is so neat with the idea of the fact that it's not unique. And I want to build up my stage in order for these 3 difficulty moves to actually, like, string out and kill, right? A couple sword skills inside of your 3 difficulty tribal decks is going to go a very long way. And then Deadlock Enhance, add attack with printed difficulty 3 from your card pool to your hand, period. This is really neat because you can just do it on block, right? I've done all my attacking, and then I have to block with a thing. I block, and then Deadlock Enhance commit, I'll pick back up my block, and then I'm good, right? This is just like a different flavor of at Deadlock, a different flavor of, like, an incredible display, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I like Sword Skills a lot. And the fact that it has the weapon keyword, I believe, is relevant for a card that I don't think that we'll see today. But it might be. Again, I think Sword Skills is, like, the piece that the 3 difficulty needed. This is my chance! Exclamation point. 1/4 3 low block, enhance flip. If this is the only attack in your card pool, it gets +2 speed. If it's completely blocked, you may clear it from your card pool, period. I love this card. I think this card's so tight. This is such a damned if you do, damned if you don't idea of enhance flip. If this is the only attack in your card pool, it gets +2. Like I'm gonna make it hard for you to block, but if you block it, it leaves. If this thing just, like, already has a big damage on it, you just get away with murder. Just, like, I'll clear it, and I didn't care about it, right? This card's super, super cool. 1/4, even if it was just, like, 1/4 flip +2 speed, it's like rad. I wonder what happens if you forgot an exclamation point from the name. you'll be shot on sight. This card's cool. This card's super, super cool. Great rare.